This fertilizer cost over $150. And this fertilizer only cost about $7.
Whoa, these are not the results I was expecting.
But why would anybody spend $150 for 1 gallon of fertilizer when they could just go to Walmart and get the cheap one? Today we're testing both of these fertilizers side by side to see, do you really need to spend more money or could you get away with the cheap stuff? Now before we just jump into the test, let's first break down what each one of these fertilizers actually is, starting with the DEF. Now technically this is not even a fertilizer, it's an emission control fluid for diesel trucks, but over the past couple years, DEF has quickly become one of the most popular liquid fertilizers on the market. And a lot of people like it because it's cheap, has super clean ingredients, and is packed with nitrogen. And if you don't know by now, DEF is only comprised of two simple ingredients, water and urea. And urea is the fertilizer that turns your lawn dark green, which is why it's the main ingredient in all the most popular fertilizers on the market like Scott's Turf Builder, Sta-green, and even Miracle-Gro. And the fertilizer breakdown analysis of DEF is 1500, meaning it contains 15% nitrogen. Now this product right here is called Release 901C. It's a combo product that contains fertilizer as well as biostimulants. It's made by a company called Miramichi Green, and it contains 9% nitrogen, 1% potassium, liquid carbon, and humic acid as well. Now this fertilizer here costs $150 a gallon. And through my research for this video, this is the most expensive 1 gallon bottle of fertilizer I could find. Now the reason that this fertilizer is so expensive, or at least through my analysis, what I found, is because it contains this right here. It's called nutrient release technology. Online it says that all the particles are down to a 400 Dalton size or less, which makes the fertilizer immediately available. As you guys can tell, I'm not really good at this science type stuff. Basically, the particles in here are smaller, so they claim that it could absorb into the plant more efficiently and more faster as well. All right, so here's the plan. We're gonna be running this test right here in my backyard, and I've been saving this spot specifically for this video for the whole season. No fertilizer, no weed control, nothing's touched this lawn since last year, so we've got the perfect blank canvas to do our test. We're gonna mark off two test plots, 150 square feet each, one for the $7 product and one for the $150 one. And just to make the results pop even more, we're gonna leave a 2-foot buffer zone between each one of them for some extra visual contrast. So in order to make our application today, we're gonna need some type of sprayer. The sprayer that we're gonna be using today is called the FlowZone Typhoon 3. And let me tell you, this is pretty much like the Cadillac of sprayer. A reason why you wanna get a battery sprayer is because it indeed has a battery. That means you're gonna get a really consistent application versus if you use a pump sprayer, it has a variable pressure, it goes up, it goes down. But using any type of battery sprayer is gonna give you that consistent application. It's also got this heavy duty spray gun here that looks like a pressure washer gun, along with this stainless steel shaft here that's not going to rust on you. Now just to be upfront with you, this is definitely a premium sprayer and it's not cheap. But if you're serious about lawn care and you want to step up your sprayer game, I highly recommend the FlowZone sprayer. Now let's get to testing. As I apply each product, I'm making sure both test areas receive the same amount of nitrogen. Specifically, we're going to apply the equivalent of 0.15 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet. Since the DEF has an NPK ratio of 1500 and the Release 901C is 901, I had to adjust how much of each product I used to keep things fair. That way we're comparing results based on nutrient input and not just volume. If you're planning to make these applications at home, I'll put the exact application rate on screen, how much to apply per 1,000 square feet, and how much water to mix in with it. So now time for the results. Now after doing this test side by side, I gotta say, both fertilizers did a great job at greening up the lawn. One cost $7 and the other cost $150. And honestly, you'd really have to pixel peep to spot a difference. Maybe the expensive one is slightly greener, but I'm not really sure, but definitely not enough to justify the difference in price. But what I wanna know is, what do you guys think? Do you see any difference between these two different plots? And if so, would you be willing to pay more money for the more expensive fertilizer? So in the end, what did we learn from this test? Well, the expensive fertilizer and the cheap fertilizer pretty much gave us the exact same results. So if you're paying more than $7 for a gallon of fertilizer, then you might want to rethink that investment. And with so many new fertilizers coming out that cost $60, $70, $80, $150 a gallon, promising instant transformations pretty much in 5 minutes, just remember a lot of that is just marketing and hype and not really substance. Because at the end of the day, Nitrogen is nitrogen, and they're both going to do the same exact thing.